Ever wondered how different cultures honor their ancestors?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's something that every culture has some way of doing right.
Well, today we're going to be diving into a fascinating aspect of Hindu tradition
Okay.
with this article called Honoring Ancestral Legacy, the significance of Pitru Paksha and Daan in Hindu tradition.
Sounds intriguing.
It's about these unique rituals, Pitru Paksha and Daan, and their deep cultural and spiritual significance.
I think it's incredible how these practices really dive into the connection between the living and the departed.
Yeah.
Even suggesting that each can influence the other's well-being.
So let's start with Pitru Paksha.
Okay.
It's a 16-day period dedicated to honoring ancestors.
Wow, 16 days.
Can you imagine setting aside that much time?
Yeah.
Just for remembering and honoring those who came before you.
That's quite a commitment. And the timing is really interesting, too.
Okay.
It falls during the waning phase of the lunar month of Bhadrapada, usually in September or October, just before Navratri. This time is considered especially auspicious for connecting with the spirit world.
And get this, during Pitru Paksha, it's believed that ancestor souls actually visit Earth.
Wow, so it's like a spiritual family reunion.
That's what they say, yeah. And that's where Shraddha comes in,
Shraddha.
the heart of Pitru Paksha.
Yeah.
Think of it as a ritualistic offering of food and water to the ancestors.
I see.
Almost smell it.
Yeah.
You know, rice, black sesame seeds, ghee.
Yeah.
All carefully placed on banana leaves or offered to sacred waters.
Right.
And these offerings are made with the belief that they nourish and satisfy the departed souls. So it's not just about remembering them.
Yeah.
It's actually taking care of them in the afterlife.
Precisely. And it's a really beautiful expression of duty or dharma, which is a core concept in Hinduism that emphasizes fulfilling one's responsibilities.
Right.
It's believed that by performing Shraddha, families can receive blessings from their ancestors.
Oh, wow.
And avoid any potential displeasure that could lead to misfortune.
So there's some pretty strong incentives there.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, within Pitru Paksha, there's a day that stands out as the grand finale.
Okay.
Mahalaya Amavasya.
Mahalaya Amavasya.
This final day is considered the most significant.
Okay.
Because it's dedicated to offering prayers for all ancestors.
Wow, all ancestors.
Even those whose death anniversaries might be unknown.
That's incredible.
Why is that day so important?
Well, it's more than just the number of ancestors being honored.
Okay.
Mahalaya Amavasya falls on a new moon day, a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is believed to be thin.
I see.
This makes it especially potent for connecting with and offering prayers to those who have passed on.
That's fascinating. So it's like a cosmic window of opportunity
Exactly.
to reach out to your ancestors.
A time to acknowledge the entire lineage, you know, the
Yeah.
unseen hands that have shaped your life.
Right.
And express gratitude for their presence in your family history.
It's really quite beautiful when you think about it that way.
It is.
Speaking of ancestors and offerings,
Yeah.
there's a captivating story from the Mahabharata,
Oh, the Mahabharata.
the epic Hindu poem
Right.
about Karna.
Oh, yeah. Karna.
He was a legendary warrior,
Yes.
known for his generosity. But in the afterlife, he was denied food
Really?
because he'd only donated wealth during his lifetime and not actual food.
Oh, wow.
To remedy this, he was granted 16 days on Earth to offer food to his ancestors,
Okay.
which is believed to be the origin of Pitru Paksha.
That's incredible how this ancient myth kind of explains the very essence of Pitru Paksha.
Yeah.
The importance of providing for your ancestors in the afterlife.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are there things we do in this life
Yeah, for sure.
that could affect our journey in the afterlife?
Yeah, that's a profound question.
Yeah.
And one that many spiritual traditions grapple with.
Right.
The idea that our actions have repercussions beyond our earthly existence is powerful.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've talked about Pitru Paksha, which honors all ancestors. But now let's explore another important ritual,
Okay.
Daan.
Daan.
While Pitru Paksha is a broader observance,
Okay.
Daan is a more targeted ritual aimed at helping a specific deceased soul
Okay.
achieve moksha.
Moksha.
Could you explain that a little more?
Sure. Yeah, moksha is liberation from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, a state of ultimate freedom from suffering.
Okay.
It's often compared to finding true peace or escaping a continuous loop of experiences.
Wow.
It's a concept that many Eastern philosophies and religions strive for.
So Daan is about helping a specific ancestor attain that ultimate liberation.
Exactly.
Okay, and it involves offering pindas,
Hindus.
which are small food balls made from rice, wheat flour, and other ingredients.
Right.
as a symbolic gesture to nourish the departed soul on its journey to the afterlife.
I see.
I'm curious, are these pindas offered anywhere in particular?
Well, pindang can be performed anywhere.
Okay.
But certain locations are considered especially sacred.
Like where?
Well, Gaya in Bihar is one such place.
Okay.
It's believed to be where Lord Vishnu himself receives these offerings,
Wow.
ensuring the departed soul's smooth passage to the afterlife.
Hmm.
Imagine standing by a sacred river offering these pindas
Yeah.
as a final act of love and remembrance. It's a powerful image, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. It makes the concept of the afterlife
Yeah,
and our connection to those who have passed on feel so much more tangible.
exactly. And it highlights the profound impact these rituals have on both the living and the departed.
So we've got these two distinct but related rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Pitru Paksha, a broader observance for all ancestors,
Right.
and Daan, focusing on the individual soul's journey towards liberation.
Yes.
They both offer a glimpse into the intricate relationship between life and death
Mm-hmm.
and the enduring power of family ties
Yeah,
that extend beyond the physical realm.
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
really making me think about my own family history.
What about you? Have you ever explored your own ancestral lineage or thought about how your actions might impact those that came before you?
I've thought about a little, but not much.
Yeah, it's something to think about for sure.
It's a lot to consider, isn't it?
It is, yes. So while Pitru Paksha honors all ancestors,
Right.
Daan takes a more personalized approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about ensuring a specific ancestor's smooth transition to the afterlife
Uh-huh.
and helping them attain moksha.
Exactly.
And it's believed that performing Daan can prevent a soul from getting stuck
Yeah.
in a sort of in-between state, unable to move on.
Like in limbo.
Yeah, exactly. That brings up an interesting point from the article, actually.
Okay.
It mentions that while both rituals are traditionally performed by the eldest male member of the family,
Mm-hmm.
things are changing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So in modern times,
Yeah,
we see more women and other family members taking on these responsibilities.
that makes sense.
Yeah, reflecting the evolving dynamics within families.
Right. It's not just the oldest son anymore.
Not necessarily, no.
Mm.
So even though these rituals are deeply rooted in tradition,
Mm-hmm.
they're also adapting to contemporary realities.
Absolutely. And that speaks to their enduring relevance. They
Yeah.
provide a framework for connecting with our ancestors.
Yeah.
But the way we engage with that framework can evolve with time.
It's like honoring the spirit of the tradition
All right.
while acknowledging that families and societies change.
Precisely, and beyond the specific rituals. Both Pitru Paksha and Daan tap into some core Hindu beliefs
Okay.
about the cyclical nature of existence.
Okay.
The idea is that life and death are not seen as separate events,
Mhm.
but as parts of a continuous journey.
So it's not just about remembering the dead,
No.
but also about understanding our place in this larger cycle
Exactly.
of life's death and rebirth.
Yes, and recognizing the interconnectedness of generations.
Wow.
These rituals highlight the idea that we're not just individuals,
Yeah.
but part of a larger tapestry woven by those who came before us.
It makes me wonder if these rituals,
Yeah.
even though they come from a specific cultural tradition,
Right.
might resonate with other people who might not be Hindu.
Oh, for sure. I think it's possible.
Yeah.
The longing to connect with our ancestors, to honor their memory,
Yeah.
and to understand our place in the grand scheme of things
Right.
is a universal human experience.
Absolutely. It's like we're all part of this giant family tree
Yeah.
stretching back through time.
Uh-huh.
And these rituals remind us of that connection.
And they offer a tangible way to express gratitude,
Yeah.
respect, and even love
Mhm.
for those who have shaped our lives, even
Uh-huh.
if we never met them personally.
It's fascinating how rituals can serve as a bridge
Yeah.
between the past, the present, and even the future.
Indeed, they provide a way to ground ourselves in something larger than ourselves, to find meaning and purpose in our own lives.
So we've explored the intricacies of Pitru Paksha and Daan, these fascinating rituals that shed light on the Hindu approach to honoring ancestors.
We've delved into their spiritual significance, their practical aspects, and even how they're evolving to reflect modern sensibilities.
We've also touched upon the deeper questions these rituals raise about life, death, duty, family, and the very nature of our existence.
And as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
it's important to remember that the journey doesn't end here.
It's just the beginning of a new exploration,
Right.
a new set of questions to ponder.
Exactly. So as you reflect on what we've discussed today, we leave you with this thought.
Okay.
How do these practices, though, rooted in Hindu tradition, resonate with your own ideas about remembrance and legacy?
What rituals, traditions, or even simple acts of remembrance do you carry forward or wish to create to honor those who came before you?
Yeah, it really is amazing to think about,
Yeah.
that something as simple as a ritual can hold so much meaning and connect us to something much larger than ourselves.
It really speaks to the power of tradition and
How it can help us navigate, life's biggest questions.
And even though Pitru Paksha and Daan are rooted in Hindu tradition,
Right.
I think there are universal themes there.
Oh, absolutely.
That resonate with everyone.
The desire to honor our ancestors, to remember where we came from,
Yeah.
and to understand our place in the world.
Right.
That's something that transcends any specific culture or religion.
It's like we're all part of this grand, interconnected web of life.
Yeah.
And these rituals offer a way to tap into that connection and find meaning in our own lives.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Pitru Paksha and Daan, we hope you've gained a deeper understanding of these fascinating rituals and the profound beliefs they represent.
And more importantly, we hope this has sparked some reflection
Yeah.
on your own personal connection to your ancestors and the legacy you carry within you.
Remember, the journey doesn't end here.
No, it doesn't.
Keep exploring, keep questioning,
Yeah.
and keep connecting with the rich tapestry of human experience that connects us all.
Until next time, keep those deep diving minds engaged, and we'll catch you on our next adventure into the world of fascinating knowledge.